$5 plus that gold mega ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 67. That's followed by 38. Up next, we have 46. Your next number is 45. And your final white ball number is 55. Now for the mega ball number, that is 18. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 67, 38, 46, 45, 55, and the gold mega ball is 18. Now, if no matches all six numbers, Tuesday's jackpot can be $396 million. Good luck and play on, America.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12, NBC 26 at 11.
Yes, indeed. We finally got a little snow here in Augusta, and people from all over the river region have been sending in their photos of snow in their own backyard. And yes, we're going to share a few.
And here's a live look outside our studios here at News 12 along River Rush Parkway. And you can see there is snow on the ground. There is snow in the bushes. We hardly even recognize the place, but it looks good, Riley.
Absolutely. Hey, we got a little accumulation out there on some grassy surfaces, elevated as well. Not the main issue tonight, really just tracking the risk for some icy roadways, bridges, overpasses. That's going to be the main concern. And we're not technically done with the snow just yet. Here's a closer look at radar. This back band on this line that's progressing through the region, this is going to continue. Maybe bring us a few snowflakes here in Augusta as we progress past midnight. Currently bringing some snow across the lake, northern McDuffie County, all the way to southern Lincoln County, McCormick, and we're likely seeing some really good snowfall across SRS, New Ellington, Wagner, Sally, and then that transition the further south you go. So there have been some of us that unfortunately just have been seeing a cold rain still, but in Aiken County, Williston, you're seeing that. In Barnwell, likely starting to see at least some sleet mixing in there, but a beautiful view outside, actually seeing some white stuff out there. It has been the first time actually from our studio camera we've actually had snow out there, so pretty cool stuff. Temperatures are getting down to freezing here in Augusta and going to stay well below freezing for the next several hours into tomorrow morning. Temps as low as the mid-20s, so that's the concern tonight. There is going to be the opportunity for some concerns with icy bridges, roadways, down to freezing in most locations, so stay safe tonight. Stay inside if you can. We'll have that update in the full forecast in just about 10 minutes.
All right, hey there, guys. So we're out here on the putting green, and we did get a good amount of accumulation, about trace to a dusting here at the putting green. We even were able to make our little snowman guy right here, and we are expecting, the flakes have stopped right now, but we are expecting a few more as we go through the next couple hours. But it does look like, just what like Riley was showing you guys, most of that snowfall pretty much done for places in Wilkes County, especially northern Wilkes County. The rest of that front is going to continue to move through, but we're still seeing a few of those scattered showers, rain showers. That will transition over to some snow, especially for our central and southern counties. So you guys still have that potential to get in on some of this snowfall. Fortunately, though, it does look like the roads are still on the more wet side versus the frozen side. But like Riley mentioned, we are going to see those temperatures start to cool down into the 20s by tomorrow morning, and that will definitely cause some freezes on those roadways. So if you're home already, make sure you just stay home for all of the rest of tonight and through portions of tomorrow morning. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks for that, Anthony. Luckily, the kids do not have to worry about the roads. They're just worried about soaking in every minute that snow is on the ground. So rare around here. All the kids are staying up late, squeezing in the fun.
Snow in the South. There is nothing like seeing it for the first time through kids' eyes.
I can't believe it.
You can't believe what? Who made it snow?
Jesus!
Perfect excuse to stay up late, make snowballs, and some of the cutest snowmen we have ever seen.
What?
Hey girls, aren't y'all freezing?
No! No, I'm wearing cold proof gloves.
A winter wonderland from Evans to Edgefield.
It's a snowball. What are you gonna throw it at? Don't throw it at me.
Only here for a moment.
Silly.
But sometimes a moment is enough.
Oh, we know those kids have been waiting and waiting, and you know, some winters they go without seeing it, so we are just so thankful that they got to squeeze in some fun out there.
Yeah, Mom, you're a target, even if you're holding the phone taking a video of all this. But we love the snow pictures you've shared with us. Keep doing it through our app and through our website, wrdw.com. We'll continue sharing throughout the weekend. Let's talk about the boring part of all this. GDOT crews have the highways. They're brining the major roads right now. The agency decided to send out more than 100 employees 40s this afternoon after those predictions for ice on the roadways. News 12 Celeste Springer joins us live now from just outside the studio at a very busy Riverwatch in I-20. Celeste, you spoke to GDOT just this afternoon. They say now is not the time to hit the road.
Yeah, guys, we've been kind of hitting this, hitting a dead horse a little bit over the head here. Please do not go out driving unless you absolutely have to. Even while we've been out here, I've been noticing, I don't want to be a negative Nancy or anything, but there have been some drivers out here that have been going a little bit too fast for my liking personally. And GDOT isn't alone in saying that they hope this weekend you might just kick it at home.
Where there was rain, there might now be ice.
I'm full staff. I'll have 4 to 5 trucks on the road this evening.
Watkins Towing is loaded up and ready for some slippery situations. It's a not so common occurrence here, but there's lots of memories from storms past.
It was pretty crazy. I mean, it was nonstop. If people could stay home and not just get out and ride around, it'd be a lot better.
GDOT is also asking that you stay off the roads because in between the white and yellow lines, patch of black ice might be hiding.
We can't snowplow ice, so it's a thin, kind of almost invisible layer.
But the Augusta area has about 90,000 gallons of brine at our disposal, and it's hitting the roadways with crews working all night long.
They're going to be moving slow. They should have a buffer vehicle, so if you can switch lanes, and don't crowd them, don't try to get up behind them while they're doing this work, because that's dangerous for you, for them, and for everybody.
And if you're unlucky enough to hit a patch of ice in the road, don't jerk the wheel or slam on the brakes.
You can be gentle with it, kind of let the car glide through there.
GDOT hoping the layers of brine on the road will keep you from slipping and sliding away.
And guys, you may have seen all those signs here and there that say bridge ices before road, so definitely heed that advice. GDOT wants to remind you that on overpasses and on bridges, that's going to be typically a lot more prone to ice than the regular road, so definitely take it easy, go slow, especially when you're going over overpasses.
Yeah, good point, Celeste there. Anything with air underneath it is going to freeze over fast. Thank you for that.
All right, be careful out there. On the South Carolina side, road crews have also been working all day long, getting ready. Further upstate, they're expecting a lot more snow and ice than what we're expecting here at home. But still, Brittany Harriott with the South Carolina Department of Transportation says bridges in Aiken County were a high priority today.
We've had crews working today around the clock. We're just treating the roads, making sure that we have the salt on the roads, salt brine, to help with the weather as it comes.
And it delivered with ice reported in parts of Aiken County, nearby areas. We saw lots of pictures of snow out of Aiken. The agency says crews are in a position to keep an eye on the roads through the weekend.
Also tonight, the FBI issuing what they're calling the final update on the disappearance of Gabby Petito. The Denver office now says her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, claimed responsibility for Petito's death in a notebook found near his body in Florida. Petito and Laundrie were on that cross-country trip last summer before she went missing and was later found dead. Laundrie returned to Florida and to his family before he was also reported missing and later found dead. Back here at home tonight, we have the latest COVID numbers out of Richmond County and Columbia County school districts. Here's a look at this week compared to last week. These blue numbers are the most recent numbers. Richmond County saw a dip in cases with 25 fewer testing positive. Columbia County, on the other hand, has seen an increase, more than 20, and their number is a big one, 719 compared to only 124 in Richmond County. Columbia County has not shut down any schools during all this, while in Richmond County, they have been sending students home to learn virtually, to have virtual learning to try to cut down on the number. And from the looks of these numbers, it was an effective way to do education during COVID, Laura.
All right, Richmond County's decisions to shift some of their schools to virtual learning comes as the district gets ready to launch free COVID testing for students, staff, and their families. They're teaming up with Heritage Pharmacy Group to bring a new testing site to town.
We're just trying to, avoid any major outspreads within the school system. So, we're really trying to stay ahead of the game while we're trying to educate the kids and keep our staff safe.
The testing site will be at Windsor Spring Elementary. It'll be open Monday through Friday from 8 to 4:30. Then again on Saturdays, it'll be open from 8 to 1, and you can pre-register at the Richmond County District website.
It'll be a big night tomorrow for the Augusta Symphony, time for their annual gala, and this year they're going to bring you the music of Frank Sinatra.
We just tried to find something that really is fun and that would speak to people, and we thought that, you know, the music of Frank Sinatra would really do that, and of course Fly Me to the Moon is one of his classics.
Oh, you can just hear it now, can't you? The Black Tie Soiree kicks off at 6:30 at the historic Miller Theater, the home of the symphony. You can still buy those tickets online at augustasymphony.com.
Well, the rest of this winter weather is going to be moving out tonight, and then we're talking very cold temperatures into tomorrow morning and some icy roadways. We'll have an update on that forecast coming up.
Plus, we're taking a look at some of the pictures and videos our viewers have been sending in tonight. Take a look at all that snow. It's here. We're back in just 60 seconds.
Shoes. Join us for one. This is no time for sensible shoes. Join us for Wine, Women, and Shoes on Sunday, March 6th at the Augusta Marriott at 2 p.m. Benefiting the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Augusta, which support critically ill patients and their families. Experience fabulous shopping, wine tasting, a best in shoe contest, savory food bites, a glamorous fashion show, charming soul men, and much more. Get your tickets now at winewomenandshoes.com/Augusta.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction and over $300 value? Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Okay, welcome back to News 12 at 11. Boy, that is a snowy look at Norfolk, Virginia. Some parts of the South getting more than we are down here in Augusta, but there's a look at a pretty good blanket of snow. We heard earlier in Raleigh, North Carolina, they had a nice blanket on their downtown area. So lots of the South under a blanket of white on this Friday night.
Yeah, and here at home, we are thankful for whatever little bit we get. Viewers have been sending us photos all night long. Snow angels. There's ice on the ground. If you stopped by our live stream a little earlier tonight, you saw those of us at the station. We were just as excited as the kids out there because it is so rare, and it's really fun when you get a rare snow day in the South.
Great to see. No school tomorrow, so we're just celebrating this on a Friday night. There have been so many videos submitted by you tonight. The digital team has been busy spending hours downloading all this video for us to share with all of you. And check our website. You're going to see a lot of that appearing there, and we'll use as much as we can on the air here throughout the weekend because we don't want to let it go just yet, do we?
I know it. I mean, I wish it wouldn't come to an end. I know our kind of snow chances are going to be tapering off here in Augusta the next couple of hours, but yes, we actually have snow on the ground. How about this view outside of our studios? You can see the white just on kind of the mulch, grassy areas. This is the scene across most of the central and northern CS area, a lot of Aiken County as well. You can still see it going a little bit in the lights, just some very light snowflakes out there. So we're not done just yet. Our temperatures are actually still technically above freezing out of Bushfield, 33 degrees right now, but wind chills in the mid-20s, and that's going to be the real concern. Tomorrow morning, wind chills could get as low as the teens in many areas. Now, here's the latest look at radar. So this has been the trend over the last 6 hours. This is gradually just tapering off towards the south and east. So this last little band that's north of us here at Augusta, this could clip us, bring us a little bit more snow as we head towards midnight, a little bit past that. But it looks like the majority of the snowfall and wet weather is now moving south of I-20. But this is still producing a little bit of snow around Clarksville Lake, southern Lincoln County, northern Columbia County, likely around Pollard's Corner. They're starting to see a little bit of snow. That does continue into Edgefield and Saluda. And Edgefield, Saluda, Aiken County, I think that's where our top snowfall reports are going to come in once we get those totals by tomorrow morning. Still some wet weather in Burke County, our southern counties towards Millen as well. You're likely just now starting to see some sleet mix in there. I'm not guaranteeing snow, unfortunately, for our southern counties. Looks less likely with the setup that we do have. But here we go. Past next, say, 30, 45 minutes, most of this is going to be moving east of Augusta. And by the time we get to around 2 a.m., most of the precipitation is done across the area. And then tonight, we're going to be well below freezing the rest of tonight. And for the first part of our Saturday morning, icy roadways, those bridges, overpasses will be the first to have issues. So if you can just stay off the roadways tonight, early tomorrow, we should be A-okay. By tomorrow afternoon, we actually are expecting temps at least above freezing, but not warm by any means. Only hitting highs in the low 40s heading into our Saturday afternoon, but luckily getting some snow back. Now, these winter weather advisories stay in effect for the rest of tonight. tonight until 7 a.m. on Saturday. So past 7 a.m. we should start to be creeping up above freezing, and that's when we should start to see some improvements. So the first alert still in effect for the rest of tonight, early tomorrow morning, mainly for the black ice concern. So once again, we did end up seeing a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice, but overall minor impacts so far across the area. Really just stay off the roadways, not expecting too many issues. Now, as far as temperatures go, we're down below freezing across most of the area, 32, 31 degrees across central and even southern counties. So this is definitely down to freezing across most of the area. Anything out there tonight will have the potential to freeze over. So even if it's just your stairs kind of stepping down from your doorway, your porch, your deck, anything like that, that's going to be glazed over. It will be very slippery, so stay safe. If you're going to step outside, maybe let the dog out early tomorrow morning. Here's our temperatures here in Augusta, expected late tonight, early tomorrow. 26 is what I'm going with for an official low, but when you factor in a little bit of wind, the wind chills will likely be down into the teens tomorrow morning. This is the coldest air we have seen in a long time, folks. Feeling like 15 in Aiken tomorrow morning, possibly as low as 14 in Saluda. And Sunday morning doesn't look much better. Actual temperatures down to the low 20s for the first part of our Sunday, so you'll need multiple layers heading out to church. Luckily, plenty of sunshine Sunday, and it does look a little bit warmer heading into next week. We do have another chance for rain, though, heading our way by Tuesday.
Riley, thanks. With the cold temperatures expected to stick around over the weekend, you may be looking for ways to stay warm at home. Here are some tips to stay warm safely over the next couple of very cold days. Keep those space heaters at least 3 feet away from anything that could catch fire. Curtains, fabric, paper, keep them away from pets as well. Don't let extension cords stretch across the floor where you can be walked over, tripped over. Sometimes that can cause a spark, which could also start a fire. And don't use ovens or stoves as sources of heat. Some of those heating sources can produce carbon monoxide, a deadly odorless gas.
If you or someone you know is looking for a warming center this weekend, the City of Augusta announced there will be 3 open the next couple of days. There's the Augusta Rescue Mission, that's on Walker Street, the Garden City Rescue Mission on Fenwick Street. Both of those centers are available for men only. The Salvation Army Center of Hope on Green Street will open for both men and women this weekend.
To come here and see people in need has been an eye-opener. And I've seen the generosity of this community, and we are so grateful. These temperatures are getting ridiculously cold, so any way that they can help, we're asking for help.
Salvation Army says they really need coats, jackets, any winter accessories for men, women, and children, all sizes, all ages. You can drop off donations at the Center for Hope, the Kroc Center, or any Salvation Army store. Still ahead, history today on board a U.S. warship with the first female commanding officer of the more than 200-year-old ship.
But first, as we head for the break, here's a live look outside the studio and your winning lottery numbers.
Our kids start the day with the Pledge of Allegiance. Watch the Daily Pledge every weekday on News 12 this morning. Proudly brought to you by the Gerald Jones Automobile Group.
For the first time in 224 years, a woman is taking over as the commanding officer of the warship, the USS Constitution, also known as Old Ironsides. Commander Billy Farrell assumed command in an onboard ceremony today. The USS Constitution is based at Boston's Charleston Navy Yard. It's the world's oldest commissioned warship still afloat.
I'm sure many of you have seen the picture floating around of me standing next to this remarkable ship back in 1998. I could have never imagined that 24 years later, I would have the privilege to be speaking to you here today about to take command of Old Ironsides.
Women now make up more than a third of the 80-person crew, and that historic ship has its roots here with live oak from Georgia and longleaf pine from South Carolina used to build it. Pretty historical moment.
A judge in Texas says the federal government cannot force its 3.5 million employees to get vaccinated against COVID-19, dealing another blow to President Biden's efforts to vaccinate the nation's workforce. And the CDC is out with hopeful news about the latest trend in Omicron cases. Here's Michael George from New York.
The Biden administration plans to appeal Friday's vaccine mandate ruling by a U.S. judge in Texas. The injunction blocks the government from requiring federal workers to be vaccinated against COVID-19. Meanwhile, in California, a state senator is proposing kids 12 and older be allowed to get their shots without parental consent.
This bill will empower these teams.
As the spread of the Omicron variant causes staff shortages, schools like this one in Austin, Texas, are asking parents to fill in as substitute teachers and bus drivers.
Just to keep kids in school rather than shutting down a whole classroom or shutting down schools, they've asked parents to come in and fill in.
About 2 years into the pandemic, Friday brought some encouraging Omicron news from the CDC.
We are starting to see steep declines in areas that were first peaking, so areas of the Northeast, New York, Rhode Island, Connecticut are really starting to come down.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul says the state's COVID test positivity rate has fallen below 10% for the first time in a month.
We're not through the surge yet, but boy, those numbers look good.
But the CDC is warning that it's too early to ease restrictions like mask mandates. Friday, the Strategic National Stockpile announced it's begun shipping its first deliveries of 400 million N95 masks. They're being made available to Americans at no cost.
Coming up on Sunday, anti-vaccine activists plan to rally against mandates and walk from the Washington Monument over to the Lincoln Memorial. Scheduled speakers include Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the son of the late Senator Robert F. Kennedy. We've got sports just ahead. Augusta's own Grayson Sigg tied for third right now.